Got all these groceries. This is what a family of all boys looks like.
CJ Johnson don't miss. I am the prankster. I don't get pranked.
You got it. Go.
Long time no see, friends. We are here in Arizona, but scenery is a little bit different. We're here in an Airbnb and we have a crazy story to tell you.
Oh my god.
Airbnb story. If you've heard Airbnb horror stories, this is probably gonna be one of the worst ones you've ever heard. Basically, should we tell them right now?
We'll tell them later.
Okay, we'll tell you later. When everyone's here. Not everyone's here. It'll be funny hearing different people's opinions on it. But basically, we're here with my family and my cousins, uncle and aunt, just for it's their spring break. So we're just here hanging out. We got an Airbnb in Scottsdale, which is super fun. And the Airbnb's sick. I'll show you a little tour, but everyone's here just like chilling out. Everyone got here yesterday. That's a part of the story. We went to an Airbnb. It was terrible, 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 terrible. Then we switched Airbnbs, now we're here. Now we can start our vacation. Alright, super fun. So this place is sick, I'll show you around. Alright, so you walk in, here's the front little living room. Pool out there, washer, dryer, kitchen over here, main kitchen table. And then we've got another little family room. There's Alex, say what up, Colt. And then playing FIFA right now. Look at these little, what are these called? Sky view? Skylights. Those are pretty sick. It's just like a total Arizona house. And then here's the pool. It's gonna be so much fun. We're having a blast. So, and then you come back here. We got a little bunk room. Everyone's gonna be sleeping in here. And then, cute little bathroom. This is a built-in wife. Okay, then here's is this the master? Oh, I didn't see that. That's kind of cool.
Oh, cute.
Anyways, and then I haven't seen this bathroom yet. Oh, cute little bathroom. Yeah, love it.
We all share a bathroom and then the other family shares one bathroom.
Yeah, and then here's our room. And then this is the front porch. So, okay, so there's the front door. It's got this little archway. So cool. So we are stoked. So this is the crib for the week. My dad flies in tomorrow from Utah. He had work, so he's joining us a little bit later. But now we are finally situated in an Airbnb. Like I said, we'll tell you in a minute when everyone's together. It'll just be better that way. But basically it was super dangerous. We went to an Airbnb, it was super dangerous. Now we're here, so we're super grateful. Now we can start.
So during the spring break trip that Dallin's family was in town, it was so crazy busy. We were always doing something fun. Like we were just having the best time.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it was the best trip ever.
It just goes to show that you don't need to be somewhere special to like being with family is just like
it's the best. We didn't ever get to tell you guys about the Airbnb story and kind of what happened because that was crazy. So we're gonna tell it now really quick.
You guys, we lived out a nightmare.
It was, I could not even believe it was actually
basically okay from ground zero. So my mom got an Airbnb here in Arizona.
She was looking for weeks, by the way.
Right, and she got this one. It was all booked out like months in advance. Anyways, Airbnb just randomly canceled it. So my mom was on the phone with people like why is it canceled? And they said,
"Ma'am, you do not want to know."
And she's like, what? Like multiple people told her that. She's like, was it not an actual Airbnb? Like, did something bad happen there? Anyways, they just canceled it. They gave her like a little bit of credit. So like for the hard troubles or whatever. So then we got another one. And it was
a completely
still
different
like
one.
A couple weeks in advance. The problem was it was so close, but still like a couple weeks in advance. Anyway, so we get this other one. There weren't very many available, but we're like, okay, good, we're golden. Let's just have a good trip.
It had such good reviews too.
Yeah,
like,
super
all the
good
reviews
reviews.
were awesome.
Yeah. So we're like, okay, cool. We're just grateful we found one. Anyways, we pull up. So they had been driving for 10 hours from Utah that day. With my cousins, they also came, my aunt and uncle and my cousins. They had all been driving all day. We met up at the house like within 5 minutes of each other. Mm-hmm. They went in first and then we pulled up like a couple minutes after. Anyways, we were all like walking around, like just chilling there, getting ready to unpack everything. Some of us had already unpacked stuff.
Yeah, well the first thing is when we pulled up to the Airbnb.
The garbage cans were just packed full.
Of things you would have at a party.
Like alcohol, like the whole garbage can was just like boxes of alcohol.
So we knew that someone had thrown a party here
Yeah.
for sure, because the garbage cans were full to the
Yeah.
brim, like overflowing.
Yeah. So we were just like, okay, like we didn't really think anything of it. Anyways, then we were sitting there and you can tell them what you found.
So
we'd been there like what, 30 minutes to an hour?
maybe, I don't even think an hour.
Yeah, maybe.
So we all go upstairs first to go check our rooms, and it smelled kind of like smoke. We're like, oh, dang it, that sucks. Like, this is supposed to be a smoke-free Airbnb. So me and my mother-in-law were like, that is such a bummer. Like, someone definitely smoked up here. And then my mother-in-law was actually in her bedroom, and she goes to open the closet. She was just checking everything out, and she sees a bag of Chipotle chips, like, just open. Someone had been eating or something in the closet, I don't even know. And this weird grungy
crusty
towel
that was just like hanging from the closet.
like barely, like someone threw
it up in the corner.
It was disgusting. So that was another thing we're like, oh, well, okay, this is just interesting. It smelled like smoke. These things were left over. I'm like, the cleaning person obviously did not clean very well. So I was like, okay, kind of feel weird sleeping in these sheets. Like, hopefully they're clean, but it'll be fine. And then, so anyway, after that, we all go downstairs. We're trying to, like, the boys wanted to set up the Xbox. They were all excited. So we were trying to get the Wi-Fi. So we were all sitting at this little table, and on the table was this like decor centerpiece.
Just like, yeah, like a little centerpiece. What
was that? Like a little tray too?
Just like a little, tray centerpiece. There you go.
Yeah. So on it, I'm like, what is this? There was like this little white clear cap. I'm like, I feel like I've seen that at the doctor's office. It would go over like a needle before they give you a shot or blood draw or whatever. So I was like, oh, what is that? And we were all kind of confused. So I was like, I'm gonna do a Google search and see what this is, because that is kind of weird. Why did cleaners not clean it up? I don't know. So I do a Google search, and it says it's a COVID test. So I was like, oh my gosh. So first off, the place wasn't clean, and then someone had COVID here. Like, what happened? So I was like so nervous I was gonna get sick. I was so nervous he was gonna get sick. I was so nervous everyone was gonna get sick, and then spring break would just be rough, and they have their 10-hour drive back. So I was feeling so stressed. Then Becky's like, well, it's perfect. I have a Lysol in my bag. She pulls it out. She starts Lysoling all the handles, literally everything in the place, which I was so grateful for. I would have never thought to bring Lysol, but
my mom likes to be clean, that's for sure.
So I was very glad that she brought the Lysol. Anyway, we were in this little bunk room, which by the way was in a garage, and it did not look like it was in a garage. And we're all a little bit nervous because it had access from the garage to the outside, like a normal garage would.
Where all the kids would be.
And that's where all the kids would be. So we were a little bit nervous about that. We're like, oh, it's weird. We had young kids there. So we were worried about that at first, and they didn't say anywhere on the listing that it was actually in a garage, the bunk room. So that was weird. But then we go in the bunk room. She's starting to Lysol things in the bunk room. Mom. Make sure the kids were safe too. And I see another one of those caps. I'm like, what the heck?
And then a couple inches apart was another cap, and another cap.
And then
another cap.
And then some had lids, like, or a little cap on it, and it said sterile needle. And I was like, and then we saw like the actual needles and stuff. And we were like, oh my gosh.
And then we started doing a little bit more digging, and there was like half pills everywhere.
Yeah.
But basically
cigarette butts, like all in the
everywhere,
garage.
yeah. So we started to panic a little bit, because why is there needles everywhere? Half of them are used, half of them are not.
Most of them in the bunk room where the kids are gonna be.
In the garage where all the kids were.
It was so bad.
So basically, I mean, I guess we don't know 100%. We never got someone out there to like identify, but we think they're heroin needles. We looked up pictures and they look just like them.
Yeah.
Neither of us have done any drugs in our life. But
yeah, when I did a Google search, so I got to see like the cap of one of the things that didn't have anything on it. I did a Google search of what people use that needle for, and that's what it pulled up to. So that's
was
what
heroin,
like,
yeah. So it was just sketchy that like it was in the room with all of the kids. Like clearly people were partying, and we don't think it was a bad Airbnb.
Yeah, they were bad tenants. They just didn't keep things clean. They didn't obey by the rules of what this Airbnb wanted. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So anyways, then I was on the phone with Airbnb for hours.
So we got there at what,
hours.
4? We got there at 4, and we didn't leave till like what, 10? Almost
9
11?
or 10, yeah, 11, yeah. And I was on the phone with Airbnb like, hey, we're not staying here. Like, you need to find us a new place. Like, you've already switched it once before. Now we're in this place with heroin needles everywhere. We have little kids.
There's like
And-
pills everywhere. We don't want kids to eat.
Yeah, and it was just hard, like to get someone who, I mean, it's a big company, so to get someone who could like really help us was tough, and people would just hang up on us because they didn't want to deal with it. But we had luckily one girl who helped us, and we finally got a new Airbnb, and
it was wonderful too. The
It
new
was a great
Airbnb
Airbnb.
was amazing.
yeah,
We loved
it
it.
was so cool. Like the only bad thing was the pool wasn't heated.
Yeah,
Like
and
that's how
everyone
good
had
it was.
so much fun.
Yeah,
it was
that's how good it
great.
was. So that was like our little story that we'll always look back on and laugh about now. But
Yes.
in the moment, it was like, dang, we
We
gotta
were
get out of
so
here. It's like
stressed.
there's like little kids, and Odin, our puppy, who's just sniffing around everywhere trying to eat things. So
It was bad.
crazy Airbnb experience. But we're glad we got into a new Airbnb so early that we could still have a good week.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It ended up being great.
Got all these groceries. This is what a family of all boys looks like.
We got Dal, Colton, playing some chess. How's it going?
Neither did I.
2 into the game. We did not explain about how hard it was for my father-in-law to get to this Airbnb too. So basically in Utah, it was like record snow. They had tons and tons of snow. And Dallin's dad was on the way to the airport. And on the way to the airport, his car died 3 times, you guys. It was so random, so out of the blue. And he almost missed his flight, but luckily he made it.
What's up?
Hey, how are you, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good to see you. Hi, Odin.
Good to see you. Oh, are you excited?
Bridge and Liz are doing this puzzle. I'm not one for puzzles,
I love puzzles.
but what is it? Norway, what?
Now you're interested.
That's sick. Maybe I will be into this one. All right, last day. We go home tomorrow. Well, they go home tomorrow. We've been doing this for hours with Odie. All right, Bridge, send it here. See if I can film. Oh! Colt.
In this part of the video you're about to watch, I put my hairbrush hair in my armpits and it looked like I had armpit hair, and I was trying to see if anyone would give me a reaction, but no one would like look me in the eyes or even look at me. So I think they like noticed, his brothers noticed, but they didn't want to say anything to me.
I can smell your sour cream and onion breath from here.
Pringles.
You're eating Pringles?
Yes.
You tanning?
Yeah,
I got a bag of peas and then I put on the poster. I was so nervous to ask you that I peed all over your porch.
I peed all over your porch?
And then I put the peas everywhere.
That's pretty ridiculous.
And then I cleaned it up.
Did she
after.
answer you back yet?
Yeah. She just said that. She was like, I was so happy when you asked me how crumbled. You got me the peas.
Oh, cute.
I don't like that you're so close.
It's so bright.
What is everyone laughing about?
I was trying to play some ball.
Go get him, Odie. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Get him. Get him. Go. You got it. Go. Go.
Okay, so my uncle booked us golf because we're in Arizona. Why wouldn't we golf, right? And he's like, I found this, like, there's a bunch of us golfing. He's like, I found this like $10 cheap par 3 course. I just gleeked. And anyways, we pull up and this is the course. That's the front office.
Look at our driving course. All right, they have 170 painted on the hill.
This is where we pulled up to, and we're all like, what? This is the, if you can tell, if you know golf at all, look how big that hole is.
That's awesome. That's game.